This generation is drowning in temptation, not because temptation became stronger, but because people became weaker. Everywhere you look, desire is being sold. On screens, on social media, in music, in entertainment. The modern world constantly feeds the eyes, while starving the soul, and millions of people are slowly becoming prisoners of their own desires. Jesus warned people long ago about the danger of lust, because lust does not simply affect the eyes, it affects the mind, the spirit, the discipline of a person. A distracted mind becomes a weak mind, and a weak mind becomes easy to control. Today, many people cannot even sit alone for 5 minutes without craving stimulation. Their minds constantly seek dopamine, pleasure, fantasy, escape, and slowly, their focus disappears, their energy disappears, their peace disappears. They laugh outside, but feel empty inside. Because temporary pleasure never creates lasting fulfillment. Lust promises satisfaction, but leaves the soul feeling emptier than before. That is its deception. It gives short moments of pleasure, while quietly destroying self-control, and without self-control, a person becomes a slave to impulse. Jesus taught discipline of the heart and mind, not just actions, because every addiction begins inside the mind before it appears in behavior. A man who cannot control his desires will eventually lose control of his future. That is why discipline matters, not because discipline is easy, but because freedom is impossible without it. The modern world normalizes overconsumption. People are told, follow every desire, do whatever feels good. Pleasure is happiness, but if pleasure alone created happiness, then the most entertained generation in history would also be the happiest. Instead, many people feel anxious, restless, mentally exhausted, spiritually lost. Real strength is not giving in to every urge. Real strength is restraint, control, patience, the ability to say no to yourself. Because a person who controls the mind becomes powerful, but a person controlled by impulses becomes weak. There are people listening right now who feel trapped. You want to focus, you want discipline, you want peace. But temptation keeps pulling your attention away. Listen carefully. You are not doomed to stay weak forever. Every strong person once fought battles inside their own mind. Growth begins when you stop feeding the habits destroying you. Jesus often spoke about purity of the heart, because what enters the mind repeatedly eventually shapes the soul. What you watch matters. What you consume matters. What you repeatedly think about matters. The mind slowly becomes whatever it constantly feeds upon. This world profits from addiction, because addicted people are easier to distract, easier to manipulate, easier to keep weak. That is why protecting your attention is so important. Attention is power, and where your attention goes, your life follows. Lust does not only steal discipline, it steals peace, it steals focus, it steals ambition. Many people waste years trapped in cycles that leave them feeling ashamed and exhausted. Not because they are evil, but because they never learned how powerful the mind truly is. A strong soul is built through resistance. Every time you resist temptation, you strengthen your mind. Every time you choose discipline over impulse, you become stronger, not instantly, but slowly, day by day, choice by choice. Jesus never taught people to become slaves to pleasure. He taught mastery over the self, because freedom is not doing whatever you want. Freedom is being able to control yourself. Imagine how different your life could become if your mind was clear, focused, disciplined. Imagine using your energy to build your future, instead of constantly escaping into temporary pleasure. That is where real confidence comes from, not from appearance, not from validation, but from self-respect. This generation desperately needs discipline again, silence again, purpose again, because endless temptation is making people spiritually weak, and many do not even realize it. So if you feel trapped right now, take this as your wake-up call. Protect your mind, guard your attention, train your discipline, because the strongest people are not those who never face temptation, but those who learn to overcome it. And remember this: temporary pleasure can entertain you for a moment, but purpose gives strength for a lifetime.